Let's take a quick look at the NASDAQ and at the stocks to see how they're performing today. And let's start off with the heat map over here for the NASDAQ. And it's been a pretty mixed day here, a little bit on the bearish side for NVIDIA and Apple. But nevertheless, it was still a great day in the NASDAQ as we did move up. Let's see here. We moved up 0.43%, so nothing crazy, but it's just nice to see that there's still strength in the NASDAQ here. So what am I looking at for the NASDAQ and what am I expecting? Well, let's talk about the bearish and the bullish scenario. The bullish scenario, let's start off with, it's going to be very simple, and I'm looking for a break above this 22,900 line. I think this is showing a pretty clear key level, and I do want to see a breakout of this level, and I'll be buying at the breakout and even buying back when we do get this retest here as well, adding more shares to my position and just watching the all-time highs just keep ripping up. For the bearish scenario, we do have the support line over here, and this support line has been holding us up ever since we exited the bear market in April. And as we can see here, we did have a touch, and this was a very weak move for the bulls here because we did break below this. We didn't get a very clean touch of the support line, but nevertheless, we're still over it. So this line here is making things very tight. We have this resistance line overhead and we have the support line that's tightening up slowly and slowly. I think by tomorrow we'll see a breakout of the upside here, or even for the downside or whatever, but we're gonna see a breakout, and that's gonna give you a very clear indication of where we're going. So just keep an eye on these lines here. I definitely believe that this previous all-time high line will 100% get retested. It's just a matter of time when, and then when it does, I will be having my position ready and buy even more. If we did break below this level over here, then I'll be looking to take risk off or getting a little worried about what's going on here in the market. But right now, we're still in a very strong area in the NASDAQ and in the market in general. Let's take a look at Apple over here, and this is my Apple chart over here. Right now, what I'm looking at for Apple, it's been slacking. I'm not gonna lie, it's been slacking compared to the other tech stocks. However, I'm seeing that we are breaking above the 20 and the 50 moving average. We are breaking above the 100 as well. And as things start to slowly cross over here, and if we do keep getting these break above and these crossovers, that's an extremely bullish sign here. And what I am looking for too, let's just take a look at the weekly chart as well. And this is going to give us a little bit more confluence as well. What we did get here was a very strong retest of this 200 weekly SMA line, and we can see here that we've had many retests of said area, and every time we come back to this level we start to blast up, and it's not very often that we get breaks below that 200 level. So considering that over here we did get a retest of this level here, and we had a very strong bullish move from here, about 5%, I think that's a very good indication that just like all these other retests, we're bound to go for all-time highs. And even if you're not expecting all-time highs, I think a very safe take profit could be looking at something like 237. This is a very obvious range here, and I think that we will get even more all-time highs in Apple. Again, this net worth of Apple and just the amount of market share that they have when it comes to technology is so great, and I don't think that a stock that is this fantastic is just going to fizzle away for no real reason. So that is my analysis on Apple. So right now, what could you be looking for in the daily chart? Well, this is what I'm looking for here. We're right at a key support level, right at 208. And from here, I do expect us to move up to at least 217, and that's a great place to take profit. But if you haven't done so, I would say place a trade right here, place your positions open, and you're looking at a very nice trade. We're currently in a trade right now, 9 risk to reward ratio, and we're very far from our stop loss. But let's just move this up here. If you were to have a break above, something like this is a great place, and that's a 4.4 risk to reward ratio. So Apple looking good. Let's move on to UNH over here, and UNH has broken down from the suspected resistance here, and not with a lot of bullish momentum, not mind you, but this is still a very strong level over here at $300 a share. Great psychological level here, and we're still making higher highs and higher lows in the sequence, and we do have this kind of bottom shape here, so that's not necessarily bad. Again, we had a huge tumble, so it's just a matter of time until UNH gets itself back on track. But right now, what you can be looking for is the Bollinger Bands here, waiting for a very strong move of a break of the upper and lower. Is going to give you a great indication as to where we're going for UNH. And I think that a very safe price target here for UNH in the short term can be right here at this gap fill of 377 per share. But I think that even in the long term, I think UNH is looking very prosperous, and it's just had a really bad circumstances and a lot of bad events going on. So that being said, I think as soon as the news forgets about this, UNH will be back up on its way. Let's take a look at Berkshire Hathaway, and speaking about breaking out, Berkshire has been falling for a little while here. We've been falling for about 2 months here, and again, it's a very strong stock. So I'm not really concerned about the long-term movement of Berkshire Hathaway because I'm very confident that we will be moving up very soon. So this is our resistance line right here. And once we break that, I definitely believe that we will be moving up to all-time highs. But if we're breaking up right now, what you're looking for is placing a trade right now, looking for your stop loss right below at the swing low here. And then also, if we do come back and we come and retest the support level over here, this has been a very strong support level in the past, then I believe that we can get some kind of a bullish rejection. And from there, we'll break above right at the crossover here. And then you're looking for, again, all-time highs, 19% to the upside, nearly 20% from the upside from there. And a very, very tight stop loss, great risk-to-reward ratio there. Let's take a look over to another stock here, and this is Oscar over here, Oscar Health, and this is one stock that I am keeping a close eye on just because I have seen this very obvious range here. You have this support over about $14 a share and this resistance over here at about 22 or 23. So that being said, there's a lot of space for it to move within this range, meaning you're going to make a lot of money. So that being said, what I am looking for was a test or a retest of the support level over here, and we did enter in a trade right at $14 a share. Our swing low is just, or our stop loss is right at the swing low over here. And that being said, I do expect Oscar to, follow this trend here, and I think it will bounce around a little bit as it typically does when we come down to this area here. And if you haven't bought, I'm very sure that there will be another opportunity where we come back and touch this $14 mark, and from there you're in for the long move. And right there, that's a 14 or 15 risk to reward ratio. And even though it's so high, there's no reason to doubt the trade, just because let's just take a look at these other trades that we've been taking here. This is a trade that we took on Google, and we placed this, I want to say, a couple weeks ago, and we just closed out of this trade today. 8.91% on the chart after our leverage. That's looking like, let me see here, 8.91 times 3, that's looking like 26.73%. And this is the exact same stop loss that we used, not moving up at all. 18 risk to reward ratio there. So that was a fantastic trade, and that was a huge, nice chunk added to our profit and loss for this year as well. So for trades like this, if you are interested in getting access and getting alerts to exactly when I'm taking my trades, what my stop losses and take profits are, come take a look at the link in the description, wap.com/tmp-finance. And from there, you'll get access to all my trades and all my exclusive Discord content as well. So that being said, that's going to be a wrap for today's video. Thank you very much for joining me on today's video, and I will see you in the next one. So later, y'all.